So, just like you guys, I did this pretty quickly. So if you have a question about my answers, it's possible that it's wrong. We'll fix them right now. Okay, so we are looking at, that was annoying. Okay, we are looking at this right here. We factored both of these, which got us 3 and 3. So we know the side lengths are 3. They cannot be -3 because it doesn't make sense to have a negative side. Everybody okay with that one? Yeah. Yes. All right, 2. One was -2 for my slope. The other one was +2, so they cannot be parallel. We agree with that? Anybody got a different answer so don't understand? Okay, let's turn it over. Prove that you have a rectangle. I factored both of them and got that my side lengths were 2. Is that right? Okay. I factored the next one and got my side lengths were 8. And for some reason, this rectangle must have lots of sides. I did the next one. If you crossed out C, I get it. The side lengths are 3. Okay, and I'm proving that my sides are perpendicular. One of the slopes is 4, the other one is -1/4. Therefore, they must be perpendicular. Questions, comments, or concerns about that one? Okay. We're going to prove that this is a square. I get 3 for all my sides, so I know my side length is 3. I am proving that my opposite sides are parallel and my consecutive sides are perpendicular. I got 2 slopes of 2 and 2 slopes of -1/2. Therefore, they're parallel. Yes.
For 3A, the third
yes.
equation, I didn't get that one. I got total numbers.
For number 3?
Yeah, for 3A, the third equation.
The third equation. Oh, did I not change yours? So there should have been a change on it. Yeah, it comes up with no solution for that one. It should have been x squared plus 1x equals -6. Does yours guys still say -5?
It says that. The factors were x minus 2 x plus 2.
All right. We'll look at that one. It should have been 3. It was probably a typo on my part putting it in the questions in there. We'll fix it. So if you got no solution for the third one, know that it was a typo on my part, not an issue with you guys. We'll fix it. All right. Any others for number 3 for proving a square before we move on? Okay, let's look at 4. Okay, so I got for my side lengths, I got 6 and 2. Prove opposite sides are congruent, I got 4. And for opposite sides are parallel, I got that they are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel, I got that they are parallel. We're okay with 4? Okay, 5. Prove that it is a kite. Consecutive side lengths are congruent. I got 2 of my sides are 1. Okay, consecutive sides. And prove that consecutive sides are congruent. The other ones, I got 2/3. Yeah? Yes, Rob?
I didn't get any numbers.
Yeah, I got imaginary.
The second part.
Yeah.
I got imaginary.
All right. Let's go over some of these. Okay, I'm looking at 5A because I'm thinking I didn't give you guys the edited version. I gave you my first version, which is unfortunate. So let's see what I did. Okay. 5a, we've got 2x squared minus 8x. I'm going to just put it in simplified form, minus 5 equals 0. So I am going to factor this, right? I've got 2 and I've got 1. And negative 5 can only be 5 and 1 are the only factors, right? So I need 2 times 5 to give me 10. And this be 1. So I have 2x and 1x. And I want my, oh, it's because this is a negative and this should have been a positive. Okay. Brock, would you do me a favor? See the button that's lit up on that? Would you push it? Okay, so this should have been, this either should have been a positive right here, so it should have been positive 5, because then this would have made more sense, and this should have been a positive. All right, so it is a mistake on there. They should be imaginary numbers then. It was a typo. Okay, let's look at 6. I got that all the side lengths were 4. And I got that the slopes were parallel. Okay. All right. You guys ready to move to midpoint? Obviously, there's some issues that need to be worked out with that pattern. Let's look at midpoint. I recommend doing this with 2 different colored pens. Pens to work really well, or a pen and a pencil. So you can see a couple things. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. It just helps a little bit for seeing things. Okay. We're going to plot the points 2, 3, and 6, 9. So I'm going to go over 1, 2, up 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go over 6, up 9. Okay? Now we're going to draw the slope of the triangle. So I went up this many over this many. So I went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I want to find the midpoint. So I had like 4 people tell me they had glasses issues, so hopefully this helps. Okay, so I want to find the midpoint. What's the middle of 6? What's half of 6? So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. What's half of 4? So I'm going to go over 1, 2. Right there has to be my midpoint. Get it? It's in the middle. And so that point is 4, 6. Okay, why don't you guys try number 2 just like that? Okay, let's try the next one. Do you guys need another second to try that one before I go over it? Yeah. Okay. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. So I plotted the points -2, -3. And -8, -7. Right, so again, I want to find my middle, so I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go up 2, over 3. And find my midpoint is right here at -5, -5. Pretty simple? Okay. So let's try it now using a formula instead. Okay. So I'm going to move to the back. I'm going to skip the middle ones. And I'm going to do 3, 8, 10, -2. So let's say you don't have time and don't want to graph them every time. What am I going to do to find the midpoint? Now, if we thought about it, when we graph something, we have that triangle, right? And we're going to the middle, coming together and finding that midpoint. So what am I doing to this here? I'm finding the middle, so I would be maybe adding my y's together, my x's together, and then dividing it by 2, and then adding my y's together and dividing it by 2. So 3 plus 10 gives me 13, divided by 2 gives me 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 over 2 gives me 3. Okay, let's see if that's the answer we get. So turn back to number 4. Let's plot those points. Let's go over 3, up 8, over 10, down 2. Okay, so I'm going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, halfway through 10 is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 7 is 3 1/2. 1, 2, 3, and halfway. So we get right there, and we get 6 1/2, 3. Okay, can we make a general form for this? If we were calling these points, instead of numbers, A, B, C, and D, what would I do to them to find out what the answer is? What 2 things would I add? A plus C divided by, and, okay, so either way, guys, you can graph it just like we did it and find the middle, or you can use this formula, okay? Yes, of course. This way. Okay, so you can use the formula, or you can graph it just like this. You only have 4 problems for homework, so it should be really straightforward. Okay, you've got plenty of time to get them done in class, so that you don't have homework over homecoming weekend. Okay, so do those 4 problems and then you're done, guys. On Monday, we're going to use the distance formula, which is almost as easy. And then you will be having a quiz on Wednesday. We'll review, I think, on Tuesday and quiz on Wednesday.